I don't think you guys are going to believe this, but this was the opening hand I had today when I got Appointer of the Red Lotus. Just look at this. I can't believe I opened up all of this trash. Like, it's one of those things, like, I really don't want to play 3-ofs, but when your opponent knows that you have the outs in your hand, there's not a lot that you can really do about the situation, and it's really annoying. I mean, 2,000 life points for an effect like this is pretty ridiculous. I actually kind of wish a Trap Dust Shoot was legal. I mean, at least you can only target these, and I mean, we're going to have plenty of draw power here, but still an absolute ridiculous card, and it's such bullshit that this thing even exists. This is the only goddamn game that fucking trends come out of fucking nowhere. And it's really fucking annoying when the new hotness rolls around. This isn't even a discussion about fucking Magni Bullets. This isn't a fucking discussion about Weathery Samurai. This is a discussion about that fucking shitty Appointer of the Red Lotus trap card that has been in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 2 to 3 years. And all of a sudden, someone's like, oh my god, it's a really good idea, let's play this thing. You know, I don't blame Simo for wanting to do a discussion on Appointer of the Red Lotus. And I don't know who thought, whose man's. Alright, one of you out there in the audience agreed with this man and said that this was a good idea. This is deck lockdown at Pittsburgh all over again. Now, just to give you guys a little insight here to the more casual audience that watches this channel, you guys have to understand that the competitive environment is ever-changing. And every event anymore, it seems like, there's this really stupid fucking tech card that it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's so fucking good, you know, like, you have to fucking play this. And it'll temporarily go up in price. We've seen it with deck lockdown as of late. We had DNA surgery for Dragon Ruler format. You know, got to beat those fucking spell books. You know, fuck them. And now we have Appointer of the Red Lotus. For those of you that don't know what Appointer does, it's pay 2,000 life points, reveal all cards in your hand. Then you get to look at your opponent's hand, select one card, and remove a card from play until your opponent's next end phase. Let's just take a moment and let this sink in. If we've learned anything throughout the course of Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially in formats like this, trap cards like this, I don't particularly like this. Now, I'm going to sit here and I don't think this card is fucking good. I don't fucking know why you people think this is good. You guys got to be down? This card fucking sucks. Now, my friends and me were talking about this weekend at Locals. Darren brought up a few points, though. You bring it in going first, and you use it to take away your opponent's essential combo piece. My fucking problem with this, in this current format, is there are multiple starters. And if you Appointer pay 2k, your opponent has the barrage. Like, the literal nuts. You know, like, the nuts happens a lot more than I think people kind of really give it credit for in the current format. And it really fucking sucks to say that. But this card fucking sucks. I don't get it. Maybe I'm so far past the mental capacity at this point in time that playing a card like this past turn 1 doesn't seem good. We're in a format now that your turn 1 is literally what makes the game go. Now, there have been some regional results this weekend that contradict everything that I believe in. You know? We've had some 60-card decks come out of nowhere. And I actually thought that 60-card decks weren't that good. I guess if you Appointer away the grass looks greener in their opening hand, kudos to you. You know, there were a few regional reports I read that people were talking about Appointer, and the card burdened them a little bit too hard. I mean, you're in a format where you fucking want to play Solemn Warning and Double Strike. This card fucking sucks. Yay! I don't get it. I think this was a card I read a long time ago. It's like, oh man, you know, like, this seems pretty good. And then we get into a format like this, and The timing does not seem good. This is a tech card that I'd rather not play. I don't know. I feel like people are going to disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. But this seems like one of those cards you'd want to pair with Mind Crash. And I saw Asian Eyes did a video on this. Boy, let's play 3 dead cards with 3 more dead cards. You know, like, what opponent has a hand really past turn 1? Your opponent literally blows their load in the current format. I don't really like that. The scenarios that... Your best case scenario, take away your opponent's starter, which allows you to capitalize. That's fine. If your opponent has multiple starters and you don't end on your most optimal Drident Masterpiece board, you're in a very shitty situation. I feel like this is a card that almost kind of feels win more. I don't think that's really the right thing to say, but if you're not on your most optimal scenario of Drident Masterpiece and you're only on Drident, sure, this card helps you get there, but multiple starters break your board. I feel like this is the same scenario that comes up essentially every time this kind of just shows up. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this. Side deck choice. Are there better cards right now? Solemn's? Solemn's gonna be my go-to card for like ever. You know, D-Barrier's not that fucking good. I mean, like, D-Barrier is it's a fucking good card, but like, you need to be more worried about your opponent's Draco engine. And I guess Appointer kind of gives you access to that, but your opponent's already drawing to 6 cards, and you're not gonna leave this in going second. There's no fucking way. If you're main decking this, I don't know what kind of good shit you're smoking, but that's just spelling doom for yourself. This is definitely the side tech of the format for people, but it just I don't know. I get what people are trying to do. Getting the knowledge from your opponent's hand is one thing. I wish we could take notes again in Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be fucking phenomenal. Then I see, like, if note taking was legal, I would justify playing this card because you would get the knowledge from your opponent's hand. Be like, do, like, that's fine. But in a perfect world, is that knowledge of your opponent's hand and the ability to bind, is it really that important? Have I missed some element to the current format of Yu-Gi-Oh! That knowing... this is one of those moments where I always like change of opinion slightly. I guess if you're on your most optimal board of Drident Masterpiece, if you, Appointer, look at your opponent's hand, then you can know what you have to stop with Masterpiece and what you have to stop with Trident. And then you can remove a threat. That seems more plausible. And in that case, I think that's fine. The issue is still the same. You're using this card as an extender, and I really don't like that. I still think the card sucks. But in theory, if you're using it in the scenario that I said with your most optimal, then it's fine. But you're using it as a way to stop an additional out for 2K, and 2K can be very detrimental. As I said, there were a couple of deck profiles from the weekend that people were discussing. They were playing this. A few people were like, it's not that good. I think one person even said that he lost a game because he burned himself out too quickly with Appointer. And, you know, it's sad to say that, you know, cards that have hard life point costs like this, I mean, I just got to get one direct attack in on you, and you're already in a really bad scenario. You're worse off than you were, you know, before you played the card. So that's my 2 cents. I guess in the most optimal world, the card's not ass awful, but the card's still pretty bad for the value that it really gives you. It's so bad to say. Like, if I had $1, yes, I know this is a 5. I don't actually have dollars on me. Every time a stupid tech idea came up and was just around for a slight amount of time, Like, this is one of those cards that the price went up. Somebody was like, oh my god, this is really good. Told all of his friends. They bought the shit out of these things. Now they're expensive. Card doesn't have an initial reprint. We've seen this many times over. You know, don't go home, buy 100 and some fucking copies of this card. Even though I know I'm late to the party to tell you this, just don't fucking do it. What do you guys think? Comment down below, please. You guys know my blue shirt squad. Turn on those notifications. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to get Appointer of the Red Lotus to locals because someone thought it was a good idea. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.